U7 Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Now you can enjoy an extra free coins for every order. Don't miss the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. Use my code Inception for another 8% off. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and do the video for FC26. It's really funny, man, because it's taken me a while today just to do the video, because I think you guys like know me really well at this point, right? Like, I read this comment, and then I'm telling you, when I see this stuff, you give me more motivation, because I think you guys are just at a point where you have like an understanding of where I'm at, right? Hey, Inception, appreciate the review of Vitinha. I understand that you don't like this game very much, but do you reckon you'll do a reaction on an FC26 trailer or pitch notes on the website? Cheers, bro. Hope you have a fantastic day. I might actually fight you guys, because how am I not going to do this video now when I get a comment like that? Please tell me. How? Because I'm telling you, I have like this reluctance to even care about these things coming out because of all this spewing garbage that they put out. Because what they do is they just say stuff and then they try to sell a product. Like, I already seen stuff about gameplay responsiveness. I haven't looked into it, just seen on Twitter, like, oh, they fix servers. And I'm like, ooh, the brainwashing is set in, right? But then I'm like, I'm gonna just remove that part of me of like 10 plus years of dealing with this company's nonsense, right? And then because then I read a comment like that. You know, I read a comment like this, and I'm like, now I just gotta not be that guy for a second and just check out the new stuff. You know, it puts me at like, okay, 20% to do the video, and then you just bring me right to like 80%, not 100, because I hate this game, like, you know, like you guys know, right? But 80%. So we're here. Let's go see what, not actual gameplay. They're memeing it, because apparently it is actual gameplay. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Oh, it's a beautiful day for football. I hope we see a great game, Stuart.
Well, hopefully we actually see the game today, Derek.
That's more like it. A perfect challenge.
I'm gonna have to pause this a lot, aren't I?
It's like he's got the ball on a string.
Every goal is the exact same. Full swim, goal. Full swim, goal.
I don't think he'd be blaming the goalkeeper this year.
Well, it looks like they've been hard at work on that, doesn't it?
Well, I haven't seen that one before, or that one. Oh, finally a bit of physicality in this game.
Oh, that's more like it.
What a goal. Get in.
Can they
How many pauses am I gonna have to do for this video, buddy?
put it all together here? Big chance! And it's a penalty!
Wait. Give people what they want. Give them Zlatan.
Okay, how many things am I gonna have to pause for this? Let's see. Let's see here. We need a gameplay trailer instead of a movie. To be fair, at least they finally did this. It was so stupid for them to do a movie trailer for the game. So actually doing gameplay stuff is interesting. But the way they do it, like, it's a short video, I get it, because it's a reveal trailer. But man, you gotta do a lot of like pausing for this thing. Okay, so let's see here. So right away, let's just mention one thing right off the bat, right? The way that they promote their new games is what they're essentially doing is they're doing a patched version of their previous game. So if the previous game is garbage for the entire year, they just leave it that way for you to buy the new game. Let's just point that out right off the bat, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna be the guy that has to be a little bit more honest with you guys, okay? Because they do this a lot. They're like, no, we'll keep. Who knows, right? Maybe they'll keep the L1 speed boost. Maybe they'll keep the Trivellas being as effective as they are. Maybe they'll keep the step over acceleration, right? But that's what they do. That's their way of selling a new game, is by not patching it for the current version until the next game comes out. Honestly, the game really, like, the thing is that people still buy it, right? Like at full price. So this is why they haven't done this yet, right? But it should just be a game that's like a thing that has like a season reset, right? Where it's like you have FC as a game on your console or your PC, and then there's a season reset. So you keep that squad, but that's only for that year. Like you could play it for that year, but then you have to go to the next one for the new stuff, you know? But they probably make a lot of money off of selling the game by itself because it's them and Call of Duty, right? It's the two games for the consoles. Okay, so fixed tackles, too many bounce backs. I don't care about this stuff, to be honest. They could say whatever they want about this. I've already seen this before, right? About possession-based challenges, and didn't really care, to be honest with you. Let me see the specific animations that they do have, though. Let's see, because these are where they're actually new, right? Okay, so cleaner. So over here, it's okay. So I just want to see this one. So let's just one at a time here. Okay, that's fine. That's like normal stuff. And the top right. Okay, possession base 2, and then there's this one here. So actual animation from the attacker, from the middle. So I'm going like, sorry, I'm just pointing out which one I'm doing. So I'm just checking out the middle one here. And then the bottom left here. Yeah, so taking out the player and like actually getting the ball. And then there is more controlled interception. So this one, you actually control the interception from a slide. I don't know how often that animation is going to happen, but this one is crazy. This is an FC mechanic. Like, look at how he stops his ball. Look at this one. You know what, though? This part right here at the bottom, I don't care about realism. I care about, like, the realism and the arcadey part of it. This one here at the bottom is like a 50-50 split of them, and I like that because it's the transition from the interception that I like a lot, especially if the player is actually being controlled, right? This is if playstyles is not a thing, but if they make it a thing again, then GG's. But right here, you can kind of see, it's really hard to see, right? But it's boom, boom, right? There's a smoothness. I like stuff like this. I like when there's an animation, when there's a smoothness of the transition, right? Where it's like he catches it, and then as he catches it, there's a transition for him to go into another position, you know? That's pretty cool. Make gameplay faster. Make it more realistic. Competitive gameplay, authentic gameplay. Why not both? More agility. Well, yeah, you make this less of emphasis FC, to be fair. Let me see the difference here. Yeah, because oh my god, this year. A little bit more a thing, yeah. More pace, even when they're tired. With dribbling. Like he's got to kick him on a string. The ball's right there, and he even gets a hand to it. And then I promise you, if my goalkeeper could stop shots, I would be a 15-0 player. Draw me an FC, and I'd score 5 goals a game just waiting at the back post and yelling shoot. Rip the clean sheet. Rebounds OP. Gotta patch these goalkeepers ASAP. Every goal is the exact same. Well, yeah, pretty much. Fewer deflection goals. Yeah, so the direction of where they're going, of like realism and arcadey, this is a good direction. You're putting in like 50-50 in between the two because the way that they're behaving here is realistic and arcadey. This is a really cool skill move, by the way. This one right here with Vinny, it looks really smooth. Yeah, that one's a really cool one. I actually like this one. Bang bang into the touch. That's pretty cool. That one's sick too. Definitely like that one. It's like a side heel to heel. Yeah, side heel to heel. Fixture rainbow. I think that's a forced animation, eh? Yeah, forced animation, I think. Depends. It depends on how the person's being controlled. Off-ball shielding. Yeah, they always showcase this. I don't care about this. Smarter goalkeeper movement. Low-driven power shot. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't really notice a low-driven power shot in the beginning. Okay. Update manager career. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Do some archetypes. Be a keeper mode. Oh. Oh, is this your roles? Inverted wingbacks, one frame passing, precision header playstyle. Oh, playstyles, okay. Be a keeper mode. Inverted wingbacks, one frame passing, precision header playstyle. It's really fast. You have to like really slow this down. One frame passing. Simplified skill moves. High contrast mode? What the heck is this? Rebalance formation signature perks. Rebalance formations, ultimate team tournaments. Ultimate team tournaments. So hopefully you guys bring that back. Apparently that was like one of the leaks too, so ultimate team tournaments. I think that's it. A competitive camera. More player roles, enforcer playstyle. Manager market, aerial fortress playstyle, so that's a new one. And that's just the start. Make gameplay better in new player roles. The pace needs some work. Let me play goalkeeper and rush. When you bounce back, dribbling needs to be way more inspired by you. It's a clever way to sell your new game, to be honest. Very clever way. Okay. So, that's a trailer down. Go ahead and see these pitch notes. Let's see these pitch notes. All right, let's see what you got for this pre-order. We get it, content creation vibes. I'm most likely gonna get it on PC because I don't trust their we fixed gameplay thing. I don't trust it. So call me what you want. I don't trust it. We'll see. Limited time offer. Pre-order the Ultimate Edition by 26th of August for special rewards. Receive an Evo that boosts any player's shooting to 99 and EA Sports FC 25 sold separately. 99 shooting. A 1 of 5 player pick 93 plus overall icon player item untradeable. Untradeable for EAFC sold separately and an icon player untradeable. Wow. One way to sell it. Football Ultimate Team Player Evolution for EA Sports at 25 sold separately. 25 stuff I don't care about. Football Ultimate Team, 1 of 15 icons untradeable for by 26 August, receive an untradeable icon player item as soon as you start playing the game. Up to 7 days early access for the 19th of September. 6,000 FC points over 2 months. Oh, so they're not giving it to you at once. I think they used to do this back in the day. I could be wrong, but I think they did. Additional Football Ultimate Team player evolution slot, Season 1 Premium Pass. Oh, they're giving you a Season 1 Premium Pass from the thing too? Clever way to sell it, man. Clever way to sell it. Can't even fault it. Overhauled gameplay powered by community feedback. Player away with 2 distinct gameplay presets. FC26 introduces 2 new gameplay presets, each built for a different way to play. Competitive is tuned for head-to-head action in Ultimate Team and clubs, with faster passing, smarter keeper rebounds, and more direct control, while Authentic brings a true-to-football feel to modes like Career, featuring more potentially or positionally responsible defenders, realistic corners, success rates, lifelike goal-mouth scrambles. So that's what they mean by it. Interesting. Discover more ways to compete in Football Ultimate Team. Compete in new ways across Football Ultimate Team with tournaments and live events. There you go, guys. They put tournaments back in the game. There you go, man. It only took them, like, what was it? Maybe 7 years? Rant video every single year? Guys, why don't you guys at least put a tournament mode? Maybe that's what, I hope that's what they mean. I hope to God that's what they mean. And live events, I guess that's like together. Refresh Rivals and Champs experience. Tournaments will test your skills with up to 4 rounds of knockout football. While live events add more variety with themed competitions and content. Oh, so you're just adding back. Okay, good. Well, at least I could do the reviews in that. Thank goodness. We'll test your skills with up to 4 rounds of knockout football. While live events add more variety with themed competitions and content all season long. New bounties allow you to earn additional rewards or accelerate your weekly progress. Additionally, EA Sports FC26 launches Challengers, a new second-tier weekend competition designed for players in lower divisions. Additionally, EA Sports FC launches Challengers, a new second-tier weekend competition designed for players in lower divisions. Oh, wow. Maybe they hired L2 guy back, man, for something like that. Take on new challenges and player... I don't care about that. Wait, what is this? Team up all season long in clubs. Teams a big competition to enclose and experience more variety throughout the season when playing solo or with clubmates in dynamic live events, featuring new challenges with varying. Wow, I'm stupid. Entry requirements, modified Rush gameplay, and alternate rules, creating fresh opportunities to earn rewards all year round. Plus, for the I never played Rush this year, by the way. Never even touched it. Not a single time, I swear on my life. Experience unrivaled authenticity. I think if I win on my main account and went into Rush, they would give me that little tutorial in the beginning. That's how much I didn't touch it. Europa League, and this is just the stuff. Okay, let me just take this out because this thing is driving me crazy. Okay, so the 2 main things here, I guess, is dual entitlement, release date, and early access. FC feedback deep dive, gameplay responsiveness. That's the one that you guys were sending me. Let me see, gameplay responsiveness, and then the gameplay deep dive is this one. Release dates and early access. From me to you guys, I don't really want to look into this stuff too much. I know that as a content creator, like, oh guys, this is the new stuff. This is like promoting the selling of like the game getting the game early and all that stuff and all this like stuff, but you know, let me see the gameplay responsiveness one. Okay. For the record, posts like this I don't care about because we've already had a post like this more or less 4 or 5 years ago where they acknowledge that bad and good gameplay exists. And I'm being serious. I have a video on my YouTube channel that you actually, like, I think if the title might be EA finally acknowledges bad gameplay, something like that, right? And years after, we still have it. So when they do stuff like this, on everything in my life, I don't care. because it's just words. Okay? Just letting you know. FC feedback report. People look at stuff like this and they're like, oh, but they're actually improving the servers. You must be new here. You must be new here. Okay? Hey everyone, as part of the new FC Feedback Hub, we'll be keeping you close to our development process with detailed reports, making sure you know what feedback we're working on. For our first update, we wanted to focus on something we know is important to you, gameplay responsiveness. We've heard your feedback, and our teams have been working on making EA Sports FC 26 our most responsive title yet. Already seen that before. You had a year specifically where your boy, whatever the hell his name is, literally went into interviews and that's all he talked about all the time, and it didn't change anything. I don't think they actually fixed inconsistent gameplay because it affected the offline game as well. Like there's a coding thing that's messed up in there. They're gonna go into this, I think, and they're gonna talk about like server things. And the server is not the reason why it affects it. I'll never forget testing the gameplay from online to offline when it turned into nighttime for kickoff, and the gameplay was better in the kickoff. I don't think they fixed it. I'm just telling you this right now, man. I don't think. I know they didn't fix it. I hope to be proven wrong, but I don't think even they know what that issue is, to be honest with you. I think you guys can work at the studios, and I still think you're clueless about it, 100%. And for the record, I went to their studios already one time, like a couple of years ago too, for bad and good gameplay. Still didn't get it fixed for it. So, okay. Let's see what they say. We'll cover what we're doing to address your feedback around online responsiveness and the new additions to FC 26 intended to improve overall gameplay. This is what I'm saying, because they think, like, I'm telling you guys this, okay? Because I don't think they have the right people working on this stuff, man. I'm telling you, okay? Because how is it, right, that the gameplay was affected offline when I tested it that day? What made that difference? If you guys don't know the story, it basically went like this. I used to stream more, okay? There was a specific day, I streamed the entire day, 10 hours. Not the entire day, but 10 hours, right? Never lost a game, but hated the experience the entire time because I was already on that bad versus good gameplay vibe before. I've been on this vibe forever, okay? And I got tired. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I'm getting off. But before I went off, at the end of the stream, I went into kickoff. I still remember to this day because it was the year that Dani Alves was still in Barcelona, Toni Kroos, Real Madrid, whatever, right? I'll never forget there was a specific test that I used to do, and I've already told you guys this test a billion times, right? But you should know it by now. The way that you would test if your gameplay was good in the older FIFAs, I forget which FIFA was specifically, but what you would do is you would do a driven pass, you would touch the ball right away, and then left stick right away. It was all of those transitional movements with quickness and speed where you knew right away from kickoff if your gameplay was good, right? And I remember before I ended my stream, I tested in the kickoff and I'm like, this still feels like trash. I left the game in the same kickoff, did my thing. An hour or two later, because it was at nighttime when I ended the stream, it was like 10 o'clock in the afternoon or 10 o'clock at night, right? I came back, I was still in the same kickoff game, and then I resumed that same kickoff game and my gameplay was good. So when they talk about this, guys, I don't think they're actually addressing the proper issue. I think the inner code of the game is actually messed up, and they think to this day it might be just an online thing. Does your servers, like, answer this question to me, EA, does your servers influence the way your game feels offline? Is there like some sort of coding mishap going on over there for that to happen? Because I know that you guys are probably going to watch this video and you're going to probably say, oh, there goes Inception again, this guy is crazy, blah, blah, because I know that you guys are clueless. I know deep down in my heart, you guys actually don't know what the issue is. That's why when I read stuff like this, I think it's a BS. And I know that you're able to brainwash the rest of the community that plays this game and the rest of the people that play this game, right? Because if you could go from 24 and 25 and still be excited for 26, I just don't trust them because I actually don't think they know what the issue is. So when they're like, oh, we're going to make online gameplay more responsive, that's where the concerning part is. Because everyone in this community thinks it's a server issue when I tested it that day, and I want to know if the server has any direct correlation to your gameplay in general, offline or online. Because if there's a correlation there, then that's where you have to probably fix the issue for sure. Then you're going to know more than me because you work on your game, right? But if that's not the part you're fixing, then you guys don't know what you're talking about. You guys are hiring new people that probably are building a code on top of an old code that part of the game is still going to be messed up. In my opinion, that's what I think it is. Or it's just intended at this point. Let's be real, right? See what they say. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent, guys, because you guys need to understand it's 10 plus years of this, bro. If this is like me 1 or 2 years into this, I would be more like thing about it. But no, I need to like wake people up a little bit, okay? Because they need to know that it's not just a server thing, okay? It's gonna drive me crazy. Understanding delay. This is where, you know what, another thing that irritates me. So this is what I mean though, right? Like they make this. This is why that comment on the YouTube video is what's pushing me to do this video, because this irritates me. So we're talking about all of this. So what happened for the entirety of FC25? This is where I'm like, this is BS, right? Because it's like, are you selling better servers for a new game? So where was it for FC25 the whole year? That's what I'm saying. They sell a new game, selling like better servers, better connectivity. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying, man? Understanding delay. Delay refers to a link between a player's action, like pressing a button or moving a stick, and the corresponding response in the game. Delay can stem from various sources, including online connection quality issues, elevated ping due to distance from an FC game data center, complexities in the input processing and animation systems, or even, I'm telling you, I'm getting deja vu from like that old post that they did like 3 or 4 years ago. We know that delay disrupts the seamless connection between the player and the game, making the experience feel unresponsive and frustrating. And let's face it, when a game doesn't feel responsive, it's simply not fun. Addressing your concerns about delay has been a top priority for us as we head into EA Sports FC26 launch. I've already seen that before. What we've been testing, our gameplay responsiveness testing goes back to 2019, where we ran a number of in-depth tests on infrastructure and player connections and created tools to help us better understand what you were experiencing. Heading into FC26, we set our focus on testing directly with FC Design Council members, FC Pro players, members of our community, and members of our internal teams. For example, members of our development team met directly with FC players in Europe to test gameplay responsiveness on their own personal setups. Oh, you guys actually did that! Oh! You actually did that. Wow. I'm not going to bring up the EA employee because he's going to watch this video and he's going to laugh too, okay? Do you guys remember when I mentioned this story before too? Like, this is from the last time I visited their studios, right? And I came back home and I'm like, I'm still going to deal with this issue, right? And then it was like a year after and I was still dealing with the issue. And there's an EA employee, the one that I actually really like a lot, right? Where we just had a discussion and he was literally telling me, he's like, what do you think about like EA bringing one of us to your house to test it out at your setup and for you to tell us when the game is good and bad? I'm like, brother, my invitation's wide open. Come right ahead. Because if I was a person who didn't really believe in what I was saying, I know what I'm saying, I would have been like, oh no, I've been caught out, you know? And I'm reading that you actually did this. I don't care if you come to my house. Just go to people that actually know what inconsistent gameplay is. If you go to people's house and they only do it based on their results, that's going to irritate me like crazy. I can win a game 10-0 and still tell you the gameplay's trash. So if these guys are telling you that, fantastic, okay? But you actually did this. This is so... I'm laughing because I'm sorry I just had that past experience in my head of it being brought up to me, but they actually did this. Sure as heck they wouldn't do it with me because I hate them with a passion, right? But it was good that you did it with people that probably don't crap on you guys as much as I do. Because, you know... Members of our development team met directly with FC players in Europe to test gameplay responses on their own personal setups. Wow, that just right there in the back of my head, man. We tested at their houses and team headquarters in Spain and the UK for extensive online modes, research, and FC25. You can see what this looked like below. We've also been testing responses with members of our design council remotely, collecting connection quality data from players all around the world. And while all of this has been happening, we've been running regular tests with a dedicated internal team of core players across our QV and development teams to feedback on responsiveness problems. What we learned, FC players are really good at detecting even the smallest delay issues. Delays of even one frame can result in a noticeably unresponsive experience. Yeah, of course. When diving into the details, we've noticed players experience delay in significantly different ways. What you refer to as delay can be experienced in both offline and Oh, you clever, wow. Hmm. This is how you know I didn't read any of this stuff beforehand. I'm reading this live because I was already freaking out about like them if they don't understand that it's affect. Okay, these are just words. Well, you kind of raised it up 10% a little bit. Not 20, not 30, 10%, my friend. Wow. If I went through this whole post and I never saw this once, I would think it's all BS. What you refer to as delay, it's not just delay, by the way, it's the way your players feel, by the way. Is that bad versus good gameplay is a player feeling as well. If they feel heavier, controls just don't feel right. You can feel it. It might be delayed, but I don't think it's delayed because the animations are worse, you know? When playing, I'm just... That's a shocker. This one is a shocker to me. I didn't expect that to see that for the entire post, okay? What you refer to as delay can be experienced. I'm like reading this a billion times because I'm surprised that this is even mentioned officially, you know? What you refer to as delay can be experienced in both offline and online play in most cases. Thank goodness, you guys aren't stupid. Finally, oh, I can give you a round of applause because you're not brain dead. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, man. I was freaking, bro, right here. I'm like, this is gonna irritate if I don't see a single thing talking about this. Okay. When playing with good connection quality or in offline play, there are these are the main reasons that can create a sense of gameplay unresponsiveness. Animation selection, variability to create authenticity, context with limited coverage, animation system bugs, time between button press and when the simulation processes the input. In poor connection quality conditions, there are many more variables that create unresponsive gameplay. The most common ones include Ethernet versus Wi-Fi. Currently, more than half of FC players play online through Wi-Fi. People are like judging this, but like it always depends on people's living circumstances too, right? Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that in nowadays, okay, you should have, like if you're gaming on a console, I recommend this. It's not super expensive. Just get those Ethernet boxes that you plug into the wall and then you connect it to your original modem, and then through your whatever building you're in, right? You use if you could do this, okay? You use the other box and then you just connect that either to like an Ethernet hub or you connect it directly to your console, and you can at least, because with gaming, your upload doesn't need to be that high, okay? Your upload, honestly, if you have like, I'm not gonna lie, if you have like 15, you're chilling, you know what I'm saying? People think that like, oh, if I have 300 versus 15, I'm going to be more responsive at 300 versus 15. That's not how that works, okay? You can have 15 and still, you could, in some cases, you might even be more responsive depending on how trash the internet actually is from your company, right? But 15 is like enough. So if you can get that from a box to your console, you're chilling, okay? So this doesn't upset me because this is completely based on like people's living circumstances, and people live in countries where it's a little bit harder to get like a wired connection because of the way they get the internet. This one I understand. I'm not going to be thinking about this, okay? Currently, more than half of FC players play online through Wi-Fi. Yeah, obviously, you should play on Ethernet if you can, right? Even that box that I'm telling you, like, bro, you could buy it for like $30. You know what I'm saying? Wi-Fi often introduces serious inconsistencies in connection quality, such as jitter and packet loss, which can result in delayed actions in gameplay. Even Wi-Fi with strong signal strength and high quality signal can create inconsistencies. We recommend also using an Ethernet cable when possible for a generally much smoother connection. Yeah, of course. High ping. Ping measures the time it takes for game data to travel between your console or PC to the EA Sports FC game data center and back. Lower ping usually means faster data transfer and more responsive gameplay experience. Your ping can vary based on your internet provider and your physical location, and it is not based strictly on your physical distance from an FC game data center. A close physical distance to our FC game data centers cannot guarantee a low ping experience by default because factors such as how your internet service provider physically routes traffic can impact your ping. We are always monitoring the performance of our FC game data centers, working with providers, ISPs, and our internal teams to provide the best experience we can to our players around the world. I'm still thinking about this part, man. I'm telling you, like, that's like, wow. Because I was going to call them stupid again, bro. I really was. You could experience it both the offline and online play. So it does influence the offline. You see? Interesting. Internet bandwidth. With a low bandwidth internet connection, other activities using the same network can negatively influence game performance, from automatic video uploads from a console to streaming content from other devices. There are many factors that could introduce delay. The connection quality report is the tool intended. In your gameplay experience when playing on it, we can check out our connection quality report. Okay, TV or monitor settings. A TV outside of game mode can introduce anywhere from 20 to 100 milliseconds of delay to the gameplay experience, making it feel like you're playing in a poor connection environment. We always recommend using game mode if available on your TV or using a gaming monitor. High quality cables can also reduce. Okay, so all this stuff is irrelevant because that's set. A lot of us have setups like that. It doesn't matter. Like, well, it does matter because big TVs. But what you're saying here is what you can say about any game. If I play Call of Duty on a big TV, it's not going to be the same responsiveness as it will be on a setup with Ethernet and all that stuff. That's basic stuff. I don't care about that. Different player motivations. Another important learning is that FC players enjoy both a more responsive and consistent experience, but also a more tactical, composed, and authentic experience. We've tried to balance a single gameplay experience for both types. It's funny because we mentioned this in the beginning, and this is what they're saying now. Both types of motivations in the past, but based on your feedbacks, we've decided to tell you the experience separately. Oh, okay. In FC26, we are creating two types of gameplay, competitive and authentic. Okay, so we know that's mainly competitive for us. If you play career mode, then it's authentic. It's good that they're doing that because when people do like career mode content, for instance, they want like a more realistic experience. Like, because guys, real life football, we've ranted about this many times, right? Real life football, you score a lot of trash in real life football, right? A lot of, like, in a video game, I don't think a team like Chelsea should be beating a team like Bayern Munich. In real life, it's perfectly fine. If you're a team like Bayern Munich and you don't take your chances, blah, blah, whatever. But in a video game, absolutely not, right? So understanding that and going in that direction just makes a lot of sense to me, okay? Okay, so what's new for FC26 responsiveness? As you may have noticed in the FC26 reveal trailer, we focus on new gameplay fundamentals to improve responsiveness at all levels. We wanted to make sure we directly addressed your feedback and the things we've learned through testing to deliver the most impactful changes. Animation variability meant to create authenticity. FC strives to visually reflect a real-world game, and to make this possible, our gameplay engine was designed to use realistic animations. Realistic motion capture, volumetric, in summary, in our gameplay engine. I don't care about this. This is all just words right here. We are continuing to work on finding the right balance between gameplay animation depth and variety and consistent expected behaviors. They're also responsive to player input. More details on how we're addressing these problems will be part of the gameplay pitch notes. Animation transitions, that's the big thing, and branching have been reevaluated and retuned across most areas of gameplay to improve consistency and responsiveness, okay? Increased animation coverage. Animations play an important role for a football game to be authentic. Every year we add new animations to refresh the experience, create variety, and to fill any coverage gaps. Some contexts may have had limited animation coverage in the past. This caused our system to use a longer animation or delay starting an animation while attempting to position the player in a way that would accommodate the best possible animation. We focus on improving the coverage for scenarios where it's reasonable to expect a responsive action. To clarify, we have strict game performance checks that ensure the game runs smoothly regardless of the amount of animations that exist in the database. This year, we've added hundreds of new animations meant to enable players to perform actions faster than ever. Address animation system bugs. In some cases, the system that decide what animations should play can experience bugs. These are arguably the most complicated systems in the gameplay engine, since they need to solve every combination of player requests with the available animations while keeping high quality visuals. For example, expecting the player to get the ball as early as possible to prevent the opponent getting to it first, with the player taking an inefficient or curved path to the ball that introduces just enough delay for the opponent to win the ball. Expecting an immediate right foot shot to prevent getting tackled, but the player decides to use their left foot instead, delaying the shot for a couple of frames. With a focus on fundamentals, this year we fixed dozens of problems related to the animation system and its responsiveness, time between button press and when our simulation process at the input. We looked closely at every stage of the input processing system and identified a few opportunities to improve our input latency. We were able to improve input latency by 1 frame in some cases of first-time passes and shot requests. Combined with the animation improvements mentioned above, these scenarios are more likely to play out as first-time passes or shots in FC26, as opposed to taking a touch that feels unresponsive. Yeah, 100%. That happens a lot. We've improved our input system with the aim of ensuring that all inputs are processed immediately. We also improved the responsiveness of the on-screen player switch indicator visual feedback, giving the user more immediate feedback on which player they are controlling and allowing for more responsive reactions to the play. Okay. Gonna be honest with you guys. If I read this whole thing and I didn't see this part right here of them actually doing stuff with known FC creators and pro players about this part here specifically, all of this would have been BS. I wouldn't care not even a lick about any of what they're saying here until they mentioned that they actually acknowledge that it happens for both. Okay? So this right here is actually a good sign, because I freaked out about this specifically a couple of years ago when they were talking about acknowledging bad and good gameplay, because I even mentioned the same thing before where I'm like, I don't think you guys understand that it affects your offline stuff too. So the fact that this is being brought up is a good sign. Only up by 10% because we've had too many years of absolutely trash. So I don't trust them, not even a lick either. I'm still getting the game on PC. I do not trust the game for console. Hopefully it's good on console, but I don't trust them for that. But this raises it 10%. 10% raise right there. Would have been 0%. Okay. What's the other thing that you guys sent me that you guys want me to look at? What's the other important stuff here? I'm assuming the pitch notes of like the actual game. FC feedback deep dive. Is it this one? This stuff, sure. You get honestly, you get the game early to play the game early, and then you get all this extra stuff. Like that's how they're just gonna do that. That makes sense. But I'm more interested in this other stuff here. So is it this one? It is the deep dive one we were just on. So it's this one. Okay, very good. To talk about features inspired by your feedback, like more responsive gameplay, reduced tacklebacks, and Zlatan returning to FC is one of the most requested icons. Player feedback portal. The player feedback portal enables you to give our devs direct feedback about the game, which enables us to make updates, changes, and decisions based on what you tell us. Player feedback portal summary. The player feedback portal is the best way of sending your feedback to our dev team in a structured format that helps us tie your feedback to in-game data. We review all your feedback through the different methods outlined in this article, but the main benefit of the structured portal format is that it enables us to efficiently take your feedback into account when working on the game, including everything from addressing issues to making balance changes. The structured nature of the portal makes it easier for us to review your gameplay. Cool. How the portal works for you. You visit the player portal and it gives you to sign in with your EA account. This helps, okay, to select which part of the game you want us feedback on. You answer a few short questions and write down your feedback. Cool. How we use your portal responsive. It's just, this is just telling you that they have like a team now to say this, or they have a specific area where you can give feedback on like specific mechanics. If you guys have a portal, I'll be against 95% of this community, and tell you that the mechanics of L1 speed boost, step over acceleration, I'm just gonna say player locks, goalkeeper movement inside the 18. You haven't gotten me there yet. You might be able to, like, driven shots helped it out a little bit, but I hate that mechanic with a passion too. And then Trivell is obviously being overpowered. But L1 speed boost and step over accelerations are mechanics that need to go F themselves, EA. Okay, that would be my first one. Player lock, I know they're going to keep in the game. They shouldn't, but I know they're going to keep in the game. Player lock is a BS mechanic to add because their attacking AI used to be so garbage before. There was no attacking AI. There was nothing unique until that patch came for the new gen version. Because you could sometimes get good movements. It's not even that good, but it's just way better than it was for years, man. You know? All right, design councils. For more than 4 years, our EA Sports FC design council have worked directly with our development team, sharing feedback from diverse community perspectives to influence game across mode. What is a design council? Members are usually represent a larger community focused on certain modes or experience in FC. Content creators, EA Sports FC Pro players, core EA Sports FC players, accessibility advocates. Their input helps guide short-term and long-term development to deliver on wider community feedback. How design councils work, gameplay, live content to Ultimate Team. Cool. Okay. I think that's it. You guys don't have anything else for me, right? This is just pre-order stuff, gameplay responsiveness. Okay, cool. That's it. I'm gonna be honest, like I said, guys, I have to be that guy because I think the brainwashing is real for this community, okay? This part of them acknowledging, like, this is the most important part of this whole thing. I don't care about the rest of the animations to this words. I couldn't care less. I've seen that before, okay? You acknowledging that this is both an offline and online gameplay problem is what makes me have 10% more hope that there could be a change. Remember, I still got 90% of them being BS. I couldn't care less about the words that they're saying. But this has never been talked about before, okay? And if they actually like have people that understand the differences of gameplay, because it's small things that you notice it right away, and you guys actually worked on that, that's where I have hope, you know? That's good. Would have done this video, like, this is why I refused to even make this video for such a while today, because I was like, am I going to read the same publicity stunt BS just for them to sell the new game again? Because I've already seen a forum post of a gameplay responsiveness. That was years ago. We still dealt with garbage. So for you guys to do this, these are only things that you're doing. This is where it still bothers me, right? Is it because you have animations for 26 where that's where you're going to test your online gameplay because you have certain animations that, but it's like one-to-one? Like, do you guys get, this is where I think this is where it's like the BS parts, right? Because it's like the online part, like, shouldn't you, like, for 25 into 26, you know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But this, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. That's why before I even seen it, it was a thing I was already freaking out about. Okay. So cool. I think that's pretty much it. If there's anything else, guys, I'm sorry if I miss it. You guys know I'm not in the game like that. Honestly, the guys in my Discord, they help me out the most because they're the ones that tell me when stuff actually comes out, because I don't even pay attention to it. I'm like so autopilot with doing content in this game that I'm like, you know, I want to have a year where I'm not autopilot, you know? I want to have a year where it's like I actually like enjoy what I'm doing, you know? I'm not just on autopilot and say the same things in player reviews because I have like a system in my head that just tries to make me blah, 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 and done, you know? Listen, as a content creator, I'm still buying the game. I am going to buy it on PC, though, because I don't trust their words when it comes to console specifically. I don't think it's not really well. I hope you guys do something with your PC optimization, because your PC, excuse me, optimization is complete garbage. Okay, just want to let you know that it's complete trash. Every other game I have played on this new PC, 4K resolution, all I have to do is in-game adjust the graphics to get certain frame rates, and I get a smooth experience. Your game, impossible. I have to find out 6, 7, a billion different things just to be able to get my game to be playable, okay? So you guys got to work on that optimization for PC, because it's trash over there. I have to figure out nooks and crannies just to be able to play the game on PC. And it's still trash. So, all right, that's it. We'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.